summer, I got engaged to the man who has brought music into my life. Oh, I feel some of your eye rolls there. It's true though, his name is Joshua. He's an opera singer, and he cooks the best fried chicken I've ever had. Neither of us are very traditional, so the engagement was rather simple. We were laying in bed, and he jumped to the dresser and came back with a ring. It was a silver Tiffany's ring that he got in New York when he was 16. It was a little too big, but it fit, and it had some nicks and scratches that just showed it carried history. It was perfect. The same week of that engagement, I was in charge of a research symposium at work. I run programs at UCSF for the OB-GYN department. It was a big event. There was lunch and multiple presentations in front of heads of our departments. It went swimmingly until I got back to my office and noticed that my engagement ring was not on my hand anymore. To my credit, I held my composure and excused myself from my boss Julie and said, "Oh, Julie, I believe I left something in the symposium room. I'm gonna go grab it." And I walked slowly, scouring the hallways, hoping that it had fallen off my finger and rolled into a corner. I reached the symposium room empty-handed and entered, starting to walk through the aisles. It seated about 100, and I scanned every chair, still not finding anything. At this point, I remembered that I had gone to use the restroom. So I walked over to the bathroom by the cafeteria and searched through the stalls for my engagement ring, finding nothing. I even went so far as to reach into the trash can in the hospital bathroom by the cafeteria. Patients and doctors were walking in while I was elbow deep, rummaging through refuse. I tried not to make eye contact. I didn't find anything, so I, not giving up hope, went back to the symposium room, where there were also 3 trash cans that I had overlooked. Garbage, recyclables, and compost. This is San Francisco. So, I started with the recyclables because it was the cleanest, and I looked through the empty bottles and paper cups, still finding nothing. And at this point I started to cry because I had lost the symbol of a happiness I never thought I would have. I grew up Mormon in the closet, and I knew I was going to be happy. That wasn't a question. But I also thought that I would never have this specific type of joy. When Joshua is around, I hear a symphony. And that is what was going through my head as I was realizing I was going to have to explain to him that I lost this artifact. I was going to have to tell the story and eat some serious crow. I was crying so hard I had trouble looking through the recyclables bins, so I called my boss Julie and I said, "Julie, it appears that I have lost something in the research symposium room. Would you mind coming down and helping me?" At least that's what I thought I said, because apparently I was crying so hard that she couldn't understand a word I was saying, but she came because she was responding to the tone of loss in my voice. She entered the room, saw me elbow deep in the recyclables, and knew immediately what we had to do. She put plastic sheeting down and dumped the garbage on the floor, and we searched through, finding nothing. We moved on to the garbage bin, same process. Plastic sheeting on the floor. Dumped and started to search through the dirty paper plates and the half-empty coffee cups, and still nothing. I would like to mention that Julie is an intense germaphobe, but she was in there, just wrist deep, going through the refuse for her employee on, at the end of the workday. And still nothing. And we looked at that compost bin. We put the sheet down. We dumped out the soggy sandwiches, something that looked like coffee grounds, even though there wasn't coffee grounds served that day, and about 10 pounds of lettuce with 3 overturned things of ranch. I could not carry on. I had given up hope. I started to sob so loudly that anyone walking by probably should have stuck their head in on company time to see what was going on. And I said, Julie, I've only had it for a week. It's only been a fucking week. Julie was soldiering on, and I wiped the tears from my eyes and looked down. And there, wrapped in a piece of lettuce, was the ring. I said, Julie, I see the ring, and she didn't believe me and kept looking. And I reached down and grabbed it and showed it to her, covered in ranch. And put it on my finger, not even caring, and we were so happy because at this moment, we had overcome entropy and won a battle. People who lose things. We were literally hugging and jumping up and down. Salad dressing was going everywhere and we didn't care. We did clean up because that was our job. And as we left the room, there were 3 janitors who had heard the whole ordeal, this laughing, the screaming, the crying, and they looked at us like we were crazy. But we didn't care because we had found my engagement ring. We were practically holding hands and skipping down the hallway like Dorothy from Oz, overcome with our triumph. Julie, for her effort, had rashes on her hands for the next 2 months because they reacted to the salad dressing. And I, myself, got the ring size that next morning. Thank you.